In this exploration, we'll delve deep into the concept that imagination creates reality. We'll discuss how to cultivate this power, provide historical and scriptural context, and offer practical steps to harness your imagination effectively. So let's embark on this journey together, starting with a simple yet profound question. What does it matter what others think if you know that what you imagine can become real? Imagination, the birthplace of reality. Imagination as the catalyst for change. Imagination is not merely the whimsical pastime of daydreamers, it's the birthplace of all creation. Every significant leap in human history, from scientific discoveries to artistic masterpieces, began as a spark in someone's imagination. Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution." When you imagine a state that implies the fulfillment of your desires, you're doing more than just fantasizing. You're setting the groundwork for your future reality. This is where the magic happens. Your imagination acts as a catalyst, initiating a process that can lead to real, tangible changes in your life. But why is imagination so powerful? It's because your mind cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. When you repeatedly imagine something with strong emotional involvement, your subconscious begins to accept it as reality, aligning your actions, thoughts, and behaviors to bring about the imagined state. The role of inner conviction. However, imagination alone isn't enough. To transform your imaginings into reality, you need to cultivate a deep, unwavering conviction that what you imagine is real, or at least possible. This inner conviction is not just positive thinking, it's a profound knowingness, an unshakable belief that what you've imagined is already in the process of becoming real. Conviction acts as the glue that binds your imagination to your reality. When you dwell in your imagination until you feel a deep inner conviction, you create a powerful force that draws your imagined reality into your lived experience. This isn't about forcing things to happen or wishful thinking. It's about creating a resonance between your inner world and the outer world. Think of it like planting a seed. The seed is your imagination, and the soil, water, and sunlight are your conviction. Without the necessary nurturing, conviction, the seed will not grow. But with the right care and belief, that seed has the potential to grow into something magnificent. The story of Habakkuk, a lesson in patience and faith. To further illustrate the power of imagination and conviction, let's turn to an ancient and powerful text, the book of Habakkuk from the Bible. Habakkuk was a prophet who, like many of us, questioned why injustice seemed to prevail while the righteous suffered. He was troubled by the state of the world, just as many of us are today. In his dialogue with the Lord, Habakkuk asks, "Why are you silent when the wicked swallow up those more righteous than themselves?" This question resonates deeply with anyone who has ever felt frustrated by the seemingly unfair events in life. But the Lord's response is a powerful lesson in faith and patience. The Lord instructs Habakkuk to write the vision and make it plain upon tablets that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. It speaks of the end, and it will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. This passage is a timeless reminder that every vision, every dream, every desire has its own appointed time. The key is to hold on to your vision, nurture it with faith and patience, and trust that it will manifest when the time is right. In today's world, patience is a virtue that seems to be in short supply. We live in an age of instant gratification where we expect things to happen immediately. But true transformation takes time. The vision, as the Lord told Habakkuk, will come to fruition at its appointed time, not a moment sooner and not a moment later. The waiting period can be challenging. It's easy to become disheartened or to doubt your vision when it doesn't manifest right away. But this is where faith comes into play. Faith is not just believing that your vision will come true, it's knowing that it will, even if you can't see the evidence yet. This lesson from Habakkuk teaches us that we must trust the process. Just because something doesn't happen instantly doesn't mean it won't happen. The vision will manifest at the right time, and our role is to remain patient and steadfast in our belief. So how can we apply the wisdom of Habakkuk in our own lives? When you set a goal or imagine a state that implies the fulfillment of your desire, it's crucial to hold on to that vision with faith and patience. Writing down your vision, as Habakkuk was instructed, can be a powerful tool. It makes your vision concrete and serves as a reminder of what you are working towards. Visualization is another powerful practice. Spend time each day imagining your desire as already fulfilled. See it, feel it, and experience it in your mind as if it's already happened. Then release your attachment to the timing of its manifestation. Trust that it will come to fruition when the time is right. The wisdom of Habakkuk reminds us that the process of manifestation requires both action and patience. By staying committed to your vision and trusting the timing, you align yourself with the natural flow of life, allowing your desires to manifest effortlessly. Assumption, the gateway to manifestation. Assumption is a powerful tool in the process of manifestation. To assume something is to accept it as true, even in the absence of physical evidence. When you assume the state of your desired reality, you begin to live as if it has already happened. This is not just a mental exercise, it's a profound act of faith that aligns your entire being with your desire. The concept of assumption is rooted in the idea that we are always assuming something, whether we are aware of it or not. We are constantly assuming states of being, and these assumptions shape our reality. If you assume the state of lack, you will experience lack. If you assume the state of abundance, you will experience abundance. By consciously choosing to assume the state of your desired reality, you take control of the manifestation process. You align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you wish to create, making it more likely that your desire will manifest. Assumption in action. Imagine you have a desire to be wealthy. Instead of focusing on your current financial situation, which may not reflect the wealth you desire, you choose to assume the state of wealth. You begin to think, feel, and act as if you are already wealthy. You cultivate an inner sense of abundance, even if your outer circumstances don't yet reflect it. As you persist in this assumption, your inner state begins to influence your outer reality. You start to notice opportunities for wealth that you may have previously overlooked. You attract people, circumstances, and resources that align with your assumed state of abundance. Over time, this assumption becomes your reality. This process of assumption is not about pretending or denying your current reality. It's about consciously choosing to focus on the desired outcome and aligning your inner state with that outcome. By doing so, you create the conditions for your desire to manifest in the physical world. The gestation period. Just as every seed has a gestation period, so too does every desire. The length of time between your assumption and its manifestation depends on several factors, including the strength of your conviction, the clarity of your vision, and the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired reality. Some desires may manifest quickly, while others may take longer. The key is to remain patient and steadfast, trusting that your desire will manifest in its appointed time. This gestation period is a time for nurturing your vision, for deepening your conviction, and for aligning your inner state with your desired reality. It's important to remember that the gestation period is not a time of inactivity. It's a time for actively cultivating your vision, for practicing assumption, and for staying focused on your desired outcome. By doing so, you ensure that your desire will manifest in its own time. Personal transformation. The Exodus is not just a story of physical liberation, it's a story of spiritual transformation. The journey from Egypt to the Promised Land is a metaphor for the journey from bondage to freedom, from limitation to expansion, from darkness to light. In your own life, the period of waiting for your desires to manifest can feel like a time of enslavement to old patterns and beliefs. But just as the Israelites were freed from Egypt, you too can free yourself by holding on to your vision with faith and patience. The night of watching is your moment of transformation, the time when your desires are about to be fulfilled. This journey of personal transformation requires patience, faith, and a deep commitment to your vision. It requires a willingness to let go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you, and to embrace a new reality that aligns with your desires. The mystery of spiritual growth. Understanding mysteries in Scripture. The Bible is full of mysteries, religious truths revealed by God that cannot be understood by reason alone. These mysteries often symbolize deep spiritual truths that can only be understood through experience. They are not meant to be solved or figured out, but to be experienced and lived. One such mystery is the concept of the cross. In the Hebrew alphabet, the number 400 is symbolized by the cross, which represents the body of beliefs that we carry. As long as we are bound by these beliefs, we are enslaved in a land that is not ours. But just as the Israelites were freed after 430 years, we too can free ourselves by embracing new beliefs that align with our desires. The cross, in this context, symbolizes the burden of old beliefs, the weight of limiting patterns that keep us bound. But it also symbolizes the potential for transformation, for liberation, for the birth of a new reality. The cross as a symbol of belief. The cross is a powerful symbol in many religious traditions, representing both suffering and redemption, death and resurrection, limitation and liberation. In the context of manifestation, the cross represents the burden of old beliefs and patterns that keep us bound, but also the potential for transformation and liberation. As long as we are bound by old beliefs, we are enslaved in a land that is not ours, a land of limitation, lack, and fear. But just as the Israelites were freed from Egypt, we too can free ourselves by embracing new beliefs that align with our desires. The process of liberation requires a willingness to let go of old beliefs and to embrace new ones. It requires a willingness to carry the cross, to bear the burden of transformation, and to trust that the journey will lead to liberation. The 400 years in Egypt represent a period of trial, a time when we are tested and purified. This period of trial is necessary for our spiritual growth, as it prepares us for the fulfillment of our desires. Just as the Israelites were eventually freed from Egypt, we too will be freed from our trials when the time is right. This period of trial is not easy. It's a time of testing, of purification, of letting go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve us. But it's also a time of growth, of transformation, of preparation for the fulfillment of our desires. Just as the Israelites were eventually freed from Egypt, we too will be freed from our trials when the time is right. The key is to remain patient, faithful, and committed to our vision, trusting that the journey will lead to liberation. The journey of spiritual birth. The spiritual journey is often marked by a profound experience known as the embrace. This is a moment of deep connection with the divine, a moment when we are impregnated with a new vision or desire. This experience is not something that can be forced or rushed. It happens in its own time, when we are ready to receive it. The embrace is a powerful symbol of spiritual transformation. It represents the moment when we are filled with a new vision, when we are impregnated with a desire that will eventually manifest in our lives. This experience is not something that can be explained or understood by others. It is a deeply personal moment that can only be fully appreciated by the one who experiences it. The embrace is a moment of spiritual birth, the beginning of a new chapter in our lives. It's a moment of profound connection with the divine, a moment when we are filled with a new vision, a new desire, a new reality. The 30-year waiting period. Just as a child takes time to develop in the womb, so too does a spiritual vision take time to manifest. The Bible often speaks of a 30-year waiting period, which symbolizes the time it takes for a vision to fully develop and come to fruition. This period of waiting is a time of preparation, a time to nurture the vision and allow it to grow. The 30-year waiting period is not just a literal span of time, it represents the process of spiritual growth, the journey from conception to birth, from desire to manifestation. This period of waiting is a time of nurturing, of deepening our connection with the divine, of aligning our inner state with our desired reality. Just as a child takes time to develop in the womb, so too does a spiritual vision take time to manifest. The key is to remain patient, faithful, and committed to our vision, trusting that it will manifest in its appointed time. The parallel between Jesus' ministry and personal spiritual growth. In the New Testament, we read that Jesus began his ministry when he was about 30 years old. This age symbolizes maturity and readiness, the point at which a vision is ready to be shared with the world. In your own life, you may find that it takes time for your vision to fully develop, but when it does, you will be ready to share it with the world. The 30-year period represents the time it takes for a vision to fully develop, for a desire to manifest, for a new reality to be born. Just as Jesus' ministry began when he was 30 years old, so too will your vision come to fruition when the time is right. This period of waiting is not a time of inactivity, it's a time of preparation, of nurturing your vision, of aligning your inner state with your desired reality. When the time is right, your vision will be ready to be shared with the world. The divine embrace, a personal account. Imagine being fully aware of a profound spiritual experience, one that changes the course of your life. This is what it feels like to experience the divine embrace, a moment of deep connection with the divine, when you are impregnated with a new vision or desire. This experience is not something that can be explained or understood by others. It is a deeply personal moment that can only be fully appreciated by the one who experiences it. The divine embrace is a moment of spiritual birth, the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's a moment of profound connection with the divine, a moment when you are filled with a new vision, a new desire, a new reality. This experience is not something that happens often, but when it does, it leaves a lasting impression. It's a moment that you will carry with you for the rest of your life, a moment that will guide you as you continue on your spiritual journey. The embrace is a powerful symbol of spiritual transformation. It represents the moment when you are filled with a new vision, when you are impregnated with a desire that will eventually manifest in your life. This experience is not something that can be rushed or forced. It happens in its own time when you're ready to receive it. The embrace is a moment of spiritual birth, the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's a moment of profound connection with the divine, a moment when you are filled with a new vision, a new desire, a new reality. This experience is not something that happens often, but when it does, it leaves a lasting impression. It's a moment that you will carry with you for the rest of your life, a moment that will guide you as you continue on your spiritual journey. The embrace is not something that happens often, but when it does, it leaves a lasting impression. It's a moment that you will carry with you for the rest of your life, a moment that will guide you as you continue on your spiritual journey. Recognizing the significance of this experience is crucial, as it marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. The embrace is a moment of spiritual birth, the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's a moment of profound connection with the divine, a moment when you are filled with a new vision, a new desire, a new reality. This experience is not something that happens often, but when it does, it leaves a lasting impression. It's a moment that you will carry with you for the rest of your life, a moment that will guide you as you continue on your spiritual journey. Overcoming doubts and external opinions. The role of personal conviction. When it comes to manifesting your desires, the only opinion that truly matters is your own. Others may doubt you or try to dissuade you from your vision, but if you hold on to your inner conviction, nothing can stop you. This personal conviction is what drives the manifestation process, turning your imagination into reality. Personal conviction is the foundation of the manifestation process. It's the deep, unshakable belief that what you desire is already on its way to becoming reality. This conviction is not based on external evidence, but on a profound inner knowing that your vision will manifest in its appointed time. Dealing with doubts. Doubt is a natural part of the manifestation process. When things don't happen as quickly as we would like, it's easy to start doubting ourselves and our vision. But it's important to remember that doubt is just a test of your conviction. By holding on to your belief and trusting the process, you can overcome doubt and continue on your path to fulfillment. Doubt is a natural part of the manifestation process. When things don't happen as quickly as we would like, it's easy to start doubting ourselves and our vision. But it's important to remember that doubt is just a test of your conviction. By holding on to your belief and trusting the process, you can overcome doubt and continue on your path to fulfillment. The importance of self-belief cannot be overstated. Self-belief is the foundation of all manifestation. When you believe in yourself and your ability to create your reality, nothing can stand in your way. This belief, well, it's what gives you the strength to hold on to your vision, even when others doubt you or when things don't happen as quickly as you would like. By cultivating self-belief, you empower yourself to turn your imagination into reality. Living in the fulfillment of desires. Once you have imagined your desire and cultivated the inner conviction that it is real, the next step is to live as if it has already been fulfilled. This means embodying the state of your fulfilled desire in every aspect of your life. Think, feel, and act as if your desire is already a reality. By doing this, you align yourself with your desire and draw it into your experience. Embodying your fulfilled desire means living as if your desire has already been fulfilled. This involves aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the reality you wish to create. By doing this, you create the conditions for your desire to manifest in the physical world. Living in the fulfillment of your desires requires mental discipline. It's easy to fall back into old patterns of thinking and behaving, especially when faced with challenges or setbacks. But by maintaining a disciplined focus on your fulfilled desire, you can sustain the state of fulfillment and ensure that it continues to manifest in your life. Mental discipline is essential for maintaining the state of fulfillment. This involves staying focused on your desired outcome, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. By maintaining a disciplined focus on your fulfilled desire, you can sustain the state of fulfillment and ensure that it continues to manifest in your life. To sustain the feeling of fulfillment, it's important to practice daily visualization and affirmation. Spend time each day imagining your desire as already fulfilled and affirming that it is so. Surround yourself with positive influences that support your vision and avoid anything that may lead to doubt or negativity. By taking these practical steps, you can maintain the state of fulfillment and continue to manifest your desires. To sustain the feeling of fulfillment, it's important to practice daily visualization and affirmation. Spend time each day imagining your desire as already fulfilled and affirming that it is so. Surround yourself with positive influences that support your vision and avoid anything that may lead to doubt or negativity. By taking these practical steps, you can maintain the state of fulfillment and continue to manifest your desires. As we come to the end of this exploration, it's clear that imagination is not just a fleeting fantasy, but a powerful tool for creating reality. By cultivating inner conviction, practicing assumption, and maintaining patience and faith, you can turn your desires into reality. The journey may not always be easy and it may take time, but by holding onto your vision and trusting the process, you can manifest the life you desire. Imagination creates reality. So what will you imagine today? The power is in your hands. Let your imagination be the blueprint for your reality. Remember, it's not about what others think, it's about what you believe. When you believe in the power of your imagination, you unlock the potential to create the life you've always dreamed of.